Greetings, Science. This is Luandile here, the leader and the instructor of Manikwa School. And today we're actually going to be doing exercise 2.14 from student B's perspective. And that is to simply calculate the BMI. So this is the textbook we're using. And today we're actually jumping onto exercise 2.14. We're doing 2.14, okay, which is a BMI problem. So let's read it through. It's a health application. What we're doing is we're computing BMI. So body mass index is a measure of health on weight. It can be calculated by taking your weight in kilograms and dividing by the square of your height in meters. Write a program that prompts the user to enter a weight in pounds and height in inches and displays the BMI. Note that 1 pound is that kilograms and 1 inch is that meters. Okay, so here is a sample run. So our user decided to put 95.5 for pounds and 50 for inches, and our computed results became 26.8573. Let's try to do the coding and see if we punch these values, we're gonna get the number 26.8573. Of course, that's not the only case you should check. You also gotta think of exceptions, cases that will actually mess up your code, cases that will result on your code giving you a runtime error, for instance. Yeah, you guys, that's how it works. You cannot think you'll only check some of the cases and leave others out. That's why in the programming world there are people who actually dedicate themselves into testing. There are tons of testing out there when it comes to the system development life cycle. There's unit testing. There's test-driven development. There's tons of testing fields out there. So you really gotta take care of different situations when actually doing your code. You don't wanna only check what you were given on your sample run. Try different values and see whether or not your solution will work. So enough with the talking. So we actually doing this exercise from student B's perspective. Again, let's do it this way this time. Let's just go scanner. Of course, you don't do this unnecessarily. Like in this case, there's no need to do the declaration in one line and then lastly do the initialization. There's no need in this case. However, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to emphasize the point that it is allowed. You don't want to think of a scanner as something weird. Like it's just like any other object. I'm afraid we haven't covered objects yet, but like you can think of it as more or less like a variable, but it's not. I promise you it's not. There's a lot involved. Anyways, let's get going and see what we get. Now it's time to print. In fact, it's time to prompt our user enter weight in pounds. If you didn't notice, our previous solution had horrible variable names. They were pretty bad, if you ask me. So I always stress this, that you've gotta make sure that you come up with something descriptive. Weight in pounds. I once called my variable me. Can you imagine how bad is that? How can you call your variable me? So that's why I kept emphasizing this point. It is way too important to properly name your variable. Okay, what else? We gotta prompt the user to enter height in inches. Double height. Oh, let me do it this way this time. Let me delete that. And also delete this too, because you cannot declare one variable twice. So the reason why we had an error, height in what? In inches. The reason why we had an error, our compiler thought that we initialize with declaring a second variable with the same name as the one we had before. Okay, so what we simply do here, height in inches. So you go scanner.next. Double. Oh, I misspelled height. In inches. Okay, what we then do, if you think I'm going a little bit slow, I'm afraid you're gonna have to bear with me, because not everyone watching this tutorial is fluent with programming. So I'm gonna have to take it step by step. I mean, it's not like I have too much of a choice, because the whole point of this tutorial is to make everyone gain out of it. And besides, it is actually dedicated to people who are beginners. So I feel very sorry for you if you think I'm going slow. Okay, so now what you want to do is to compute. We gotta compute our height in kilograms. So have this number here, 0.4535 You see, in order to avoid any errors, it's always better to copy and paste things like this. Things like this, they happen to result in a logical error, so you might as well copy and paste. That's where copy and paste works. And go height in pounds, weight in pounds. Pounds, not pound. Again, if you don't know how did we obtain this value here, I'm gonna go through that. What we did is we use because we know that one pound is actually this number in kilogram. If you want to know, and if we do know, our weight in pounds, we can put X here to show that this is what we actually look for. This is what we are looking for. So if we're looking for X, in this case our X is weight in kilograms. If we're looking for X, we simply cross multiply. We multiply 1 by X and we get X, and we multiply this number here but by whatever the user has decided to put. Okay, one and the same thing applies for our next variable called our height in meters. Again, we'll use the idea of cross multiplying, and I'm not going to put a comment on that because we also did it on our previous solution, which was exercise 2.14a. So it's 0.054. Multiply that by our height in inches, right? So we then compute our BMI. BMI will simply be our weight in kilograms, and we go method power this time around. We will use method power in order to find height in meters squared. I am so sorry for the inconvenience, because right now there's this noise coming outside because I'm actually on campus. I'm at Howard UKZN in South Africa, so there are students making noise out there, but I hope you can hear what I'm saying and you can also see what is it that I'm writing on the screen. Okay, with this out of the way, it's time to display our output. Again, if you think this stuff is a bit repetitive, and if you think they are of less value to you, wait until we do interesting stuff. You see, when we do loops, when we do arrays, when we do classes, objects. That's where you're gonna see how useful this channel is, because right now there isn't much to play around with. Besides, as a beginner, you're sort of new to this programming world, so I'm gonna have to crawl with you. I'm gonna have to play nice on you. I cannot speed up because most of you guys won't be able to follow me, and then what will be the point of having this tutorial if you guys would not be able to follow me? Okay, it's printf. Okay, no, it's height in meters, not in inches. In meters. Okay, let's hit the run. Let's hit the run button. Height in meters. Get away. There we go. Let's see what we get. Oh, we had 95.5, and what was our value for inches? It was 50. Seems like we got what we expected. I mean, that's pretty much it for this tutorial, you guys. Again, I would really love to hear what you think of this solution. What is it you did? In fact, that's the most important part. I want to hear what is it you did. What matters the most is to compare your solution and mine and trying to figure out what mistake you did, what is it you can improve, and then that way you definitely are gonna benefit. Because if you're gonna keep watching and watching without attempting anything, you might as well not follow me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't want you to keep following me only to find that you're not getting much. Like, I don't care much how many views I get or subscribers, as long as I know that those people, they are being true to themselves, right? So again, let me know what you did on your solution. Share with me, and you also want to share this video in case, so that other people will be, so it has been a long day, so that other people will be able to get access to this channel. And if you think you like it, put a thumbs up. Dislike it, put a thumbs down, whatever that works for you. Okay, that's pretty much it, you guys. See you on the next tutorial. I'm gone. Cheers.